Welcome back. Godox was kind enough to send me some new flashes to try out. Just to be totally transparent with you guys, they asked me if I would like to try them out and to hear my thoughts on it. They did not sponsor me or pay me to say anything about their products, but they did send me these flashes. So of course I said yes, send me everything. So what I got are these two units, which are both from the Luxe series, which is their retro style product line. So the first one is the Luxe Senior, which is the biggest one of them both and looks the most interesting to say the least. I'll get more in the specifics of this flash later in the video, but I think this would be very suited for some portraits. So I asked my girlfriend Xenia if she would like to pose for me. Welcome to another episode of Frames. After the bedroom shoot, we went onto the balcony because there was a great sunset and I was wondering how it would perform in this kind of situation. So I metered the light for the environment and set the flash to the proper power output. After that little session, we went back inside because I still had some color film in my camera, which is Portra 800 by the way, if anyone is asking. And I wanted to fill this roll up with still some sky in the background. In the first shot, I overexposed the sky by 2 stops, and in the other shots, I metered for the background. For our next shots, we decided to go inside the stairways of the building that we live in, and after that, down to the parking lot. Of course, black and white is a great choice to shoot there, so I rolled up some HP5, shot it at box speed. Also, because I shot all the previous shots with the flash directly on the hot shoe of the camera, I wanted to test it out with my flash cord to direct the light a little bit. Link is down below in the description if you want to know which cord I use. And of course, I did not charge the flash before using it. So the battery was empty, and because it has an internal one, you can switch out some batteries. But you know, this has USB-C charging, so I thought, can I not use this with a power bank and continue shooting? Not the ideal way of doing things, but when you're out of power, this is a solution, because it worked. By the way, you already made it this far into the video, so hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All of that is much appreciated.
Hello.
And now it's time for the other one. This is called the Luxe Junior because it's smaller. And because of its small form factor, I really think this is suited for a lot of things. Definitely for some more run and gun style of shooting, or if you just want to be quick with it. I went out with my little brother Victor to the forest to shoot some portraits and to test this flash out. And to be honest, I'm not really stoked with them. But for demonstration purposes, I want to show you these anyway. I'll also get a little bit more into the details of this flash later in the video, so stay tuned for that. I wanted to test this out as a little bit more of a fill light flash during this shoot, and that worked out fine. So yeah, I really think this is a good flash for some more documentary, reporter style kind of photography. And where I think I would use this flash the most is just daily moments, family gatherings for instance. So I brought this to my nephew's birthday to try and test it out, where I think this flash is best suited for. And the light is gone. I did not shoot any video, so here's a little compilation of the photos that I've shot there. And you know what I like the most about this little flash is that it's capable of putting out very low power flashes. That means that I can still use wider apertures like f2, shoot close subjects and get that depth of field. On the flash that I normally use, the minimum power output is way higher. So I almost always have to shoot at f8 or higher if I'm close to the subject. So that's great, and that's the main reason why I would recommend this flash to anyone. And that's going to be it for the photo part of the video. Let's get into the flashes themselves. First, we have the Luxe Senior. You have two modes to choose from, the auto flash mode and the manual flash mode. I did not test the auto function because I really want to be in control of what the output will be. I always shoot manual on any camera or flash, but the auto mode is there. The way I shoot this is to set the distance I have to the subject together with the film speed I'm using. From there I can see which aperture I need to use for the exposure. And if I want to open or close my aperture, I can set the power levels of the flash. I'm used to having this on a digital screen on my other flash and I think I prefer that. But I also think when you are getting used to this, you will have no problem with it. As you might have seen in the video, this flash folds open, giving it that really vintage and retro look. But this also has a function. The light spreads a little bit more than, let's say, the Junior small form factor, giving it a bit softer, spread out light, although it's still pretty harsh. When it's folded up, it's nice to carry around, not too big or a hassle to bring with you. And the build quality is pretty nice, but the silver foldable thing is something you need to be a little bit more gentle with. Also, when folding it back in, you need to press the glass on the flash bulb, which is a strange thing to me because in my thoughts, that's a very fragile part of the flash. But I guess they wouldn't design it that way if it would break easily. So like I said, this is using a USB-C cable to charge. No changeable batteries, so charge it before you are going out shooting, or like me, bring a power bank with you. It also comes with a nice pouch, a charging cable and a triggering cable. And really, the way that Godox is boxing their products is amazing. And I do like some nice packaging. By the way, I got the black one, but there are also colored versions of the Luxe Senior. And next up is the smaller brother, the Luxe Junior. And this flash is getting me excited. For my work, I use a small flash a lot. And having something this small with a lot of power, but also capable of putting out just a little bit of light, is just amazing. This way you can get a lot of ambient light in the photo too, or get that depth of field that you want. The way the metering or the power output of the flash works is exactly the same as on the Luxe Senior. And the same as the Senior, this has an auto function and a manual function. This flash does use batteries, which are two AAA batteries. And this is nice because when they are empty you can just swap them out. This flash also comes with a pouch and a triggering cable and is pretty well built. Both flashes really are pretty well built. Not really much more to it. It's just a really good compact flash which I would recommend to anyone who is looking for one. And that's going to be it for this episode. I've put links for both of these flashes in the description down below if you are interested. Thanks again to Godox for sending me these products for me to test out. I appreciate that a lot. And thanks to Xenia and Victor for modeling in this episode. But for now, thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Peace.